I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see I made a PowerPoint of some things just so that I make sure I don't forget anything or leave anything out. So I'm going to share that with you now. All right. So here we have Singing for Musical Theater is our class today. And we are going to learn lots of things, but we're going to start with just talking about singing. Like, why should we sing, right? So singing is a wonderful hobby that many people have. And um, some people, it's not just a hobby, but it's also their job and their career. But there's lots of health benefits. So that means that singing can make us feel better. Singing helps strengthen the immune system. Do you know what an immune system is?
Yes.
Good. So the immune system is what helps keep us healthy and get rid of any germs or any like colds or flus or whatever, right? So if our immune system is strong, it helps us stay healthy, and it improves our posture because that's something we're going to talk about today is singing for posture for our singing, right? And it reduces stress. A lot of people get really stressed, especially right now since we're all at home and we're, some people are losing jobs and there's like all this stuff that can stress us out. But we can find time to relax and to calm our minds by singing, and it'll help us feel better, right? And then the
Mm-hmm.
last one is it increases sleep quality. So when you're singing, if you it makes you feel good, it helps us to relax and to calm down at the end of the day and go to sleep and sleep throughout the night, which helps us, with everything because it helps us have a stronger immune system. Next day, we're going to be all rested and ready for the next day, and you'll be ready to sing some more songs, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's lots of things that help our bodies, our minds when we're singing. We also, singing will also help with other skills if you're singing in groups. Like I know you said that you like to sing at church and you like to do the camps where you're singing with other kids. So that will boost your social skills, which means when you get older and you have a job, maybe you have to talk in front of a big group or you have to talk to a lot of people and you need to be able to communicate well, that will help. So singing with other people will help with that for your future and increases your confidence, right? I think you two are super confident. You were talking to me so easily earlier, and I think you're super confident. And maybe it's because you do all this singing, right? So that's awesome. And then plus, it just makes us happy. So singing is always something that's fun for us to do. It makes us happy. And if you want to do singing seriously, we got to make sure we're doing it the right way so that we can keep our voices healthy and our bodies healthy. So let's take a look here at our foundations of singing. We're going to practice all of these things. So we've got posture, breathing, and vocal warm-ups. So we definitely want to have our good singing posture. We want to make sure we're breathing correctly to make sure all of our bodies, our muscles, and everything is loose and relaxed, no tension. And then vocal warm-ups are really important to do before you start singing. So we're going to practice all of these right now. Do you have some space to get up and move your chair and stand up so that we can do some posture
Yes.
and breathing? Awesome. All right, so go ahead and move your chair out of the way. Okay, looking good. Looks like we're ready. All right, so for posture, we want to make sure that our feet are flat on the floor. They should be about shoulder width apart. So that's as far apart as your shoulders. You don't want your legs to be together. You don't want them to be too far apart. You want them to be just about as far apart as your shoulders. And we're standing nice and tall with our arms by our side and a nice long back. From the very bottom of your back all the way up to the top of your head, you want it to be nice and long and straight. If we're standing like this and we have a curve in our back, it's going to scrunch all the stuff in here. It scrunches your tummy, it scrunches everything, and it makes it harder for us to breathe and to stay loose and relaxed. So let's make sure we're standing up nice and tall. I have a little like way that I say it that kind of helps me remember all the different parts. So I go feet flat, standing tall, shoulders back, arms by your side. So let's try that together. I'll say all of those things and check each one as we do it. Are you ready? Here we go. Feet flat, standing tall, shoulders back, arms by your side. Yeah, good. Are you standing up nice and tall? Let me see. Yeah, looking good. Awesome. So we want to stand with our good singing posture. And while we're keeping our posture, I want to do some breathing exercises. So we're going to breathe in. We'll bring our arms up as we breathe in through the middle so that you're standing like a ballerina. And then as we breathe out, your arms will go down by your side. Yeah, so it's going to go up through the middle, down by your sides. And we're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Okay, and we've got to make sure to keep our good posture while we're doing that. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. We're going to take a big breath in and breathe it out. Good, let's do that again. Big breath in and breathe out. One more time, big breath and out. Awesome, nice. All right, so as we're breathing, we want to breathe really low in our body for singing because it'll help us get a bigger breath and it'll help us stay loose and calm and relaxed. So we're going to breathe with our hands on our tummy this time. So I want you to put your thumbs on your belly button and then make a triangle with your fingers so that you have like an upside down triangle on your tummy. I can't see your tummies, but can you like nod your head if you're doing that? Yes? Okay, cool. So when we breathe, we want to feel our breath all the way down to our fingers, way down here. So when we breathe, we're not actually breathing down here, but it feels like it because we have a muscle here called your diaphragm, and that muscle moves down like this when we take our breath. And that makes all this space for your lungs to get bigger where our air goes, right? So if we do that and that muscle moves down, all the stuff that's in here has to move out of the way. So when we do that and our tummy sticks out as we breathe, then we have lots of space for our lungs to get bigger. So let's practice. Keep your hands on your tummy, thumbs on your belly button, fingers making that triangle, and you want to feel your tummy get bigger like a balloon as you breathe in and smaller as you breathe out. Can you try that with me? Ready? Big breath and breathe it out. Good. Let's try that again. Big breath and breathe it out. One more time. Is your tummy moving? Here we go. And let it out. Good job. All right. Was your tummy moving when you were doing that? Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So when we're breathing and we're singing, we want to make sure that our tummy is doing that work. It's moving the whole time, in and out as we breathe. All right, now we're going to do our vocal warm-ups. I realize I don't need to keep showing you this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can see you bigger. There we go. So now as we're breathing, we're going to sing. So we breathe in, and then instead of blowing the air out, we're going to sing. And then our voice is using that air to make the sound, right? Oh, thank you for putting yourself on mute. That's actually good for right now because we can't both sing at the same time. So why don't you mute yourself again, and then I'll let you know when it's your turn, and you can turn your mic on, and then I can hear you. All right, so we're going to start with a buzz in your lips. Some people call it a lip trill, or some people call it a lip buzz. Have you done this before? I see you nodding your head. Have you done the brrr before? Yeah, awesome. So some people have a hard time doing that with their lips. So instead of using their lips, you can use your tongue. So you could go, right? Or you could use your lips. Either way, whichever one's easier for you. If you have a hard time with both of them, I think the lip is easier, and we can put our fingers right here on your jaw. Can you try that? Put your fingers right there. So not here on your chin, but on the sides by your jaw. And then lift it up. So it makes your lips kind of stick out. See how my lips are sticking out? And then when you make your sound, they're nice and loose, right? So make sure your fingers aren't touching your lips. You want to start here and just lift it up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Let's try it. Just go. Ooh, I can see your lips moving. Good. Make sure your fingers aren't all the way up here. If they're touching your lips, they could make it stop buzzing. So we want to put them underneath your lips. There you go. Nice. All right, so we're going to do the buzz of your lips while we sing this. Check your posture. Make sure you're standing up nice and tall. And we'll sing that together. Keep muted, and I'll let you try it so that I can hear you in just a second, okay? We'll do a few together. Here we go. If you need to use your fingers, go ahead and do that. I know, it feels really funny. It makes my lips feel like tingly. It even makes my nose feel tingly after I do a few of them, so it's really silly. But it does help us with singing a lot. So we're going to do a couple more. Here we go. Awesome. Do you want to try some so I can hear you? So you can unmute yourself. We'll go one at a time. You can't make sound at the same time as me when we're on Zoom, so I'll play it and then you can sing it after you hear it. So by yourself
Okay.
without the piano. Okay, who wants to go first? Okay, all right, here we go. I'll play it and then you sing it. Your turn.
Uh,
I know it's so silly, but just try your best. It's okay if you can't keep the buzz the whole time. Yeah, awesome. Good job. All right, are
It's
you ready?
very hard when I'm in a laughing mode. Then I
I
start laughing
know.
in between
Sometimes
that.
it's so hard to stop laughing, especially when you're doing something silly like that, right? All right, Anu, are you ready? All right, I'll play it and then you can sing it.
Do it, do it. Just cover your eyes and do it. Just cover your
Yeah, don't look at me. All right, go ahead and try it. Here's your first note. Yeah, you did it. That was good.
I can't
Nice.
do it the whole time.
It's hard, I know. All right, go ahead and put yourself on mute again. We're going to do a few more before we go on to the next exercise. So I'm going to go up two more and then we'll go back down. It's going to make your lips really tingly and your nose really tingly, but just try to keep going. Here we go. Sing it with me. Good, we're going to go back down. Two more. Last one. Ooh, now my lips are all tingly. My nose feels funny. Ah, stretch it out. Stretch out your face. Yeah, very nice. Good job. All right, we're going to do two more exercises. This one is going to take us up. We're going to go higher. I have to remember which one it was that I decided to do. Oh, yes. Okay. All right, we're going to sing Ma May. So we're going to go Ma May, Ma May, Ma May. All right, it's a hard one, so let's break it down. I'll sing it a little bit at a time, and then you can try a little bit copying me. So you don't need to turn your mic on for right now. We'll just practice it without me hearing you, and then you'll try it for me in a minute. So we have Ma May, Ma May. Can you practice that part? Ready? Ma May, Ma May. Good. All right, we got that? Give me a thumbs up if you feel like you got it. Awesome. All right. Then after we do that, we're going to go up all the way super high. So we have, I'll do the part we just did plus the new part. It goes Ma May, Ma May, Ma May, all the way up to the high note. Let's add that and see if we can do all of that part. Here we go. Ready? Ma May, Ma May, Ma May. Yeah, could you do that? Was it good? Okay. When we get to the top, higher notes take more space in your mouth. So make sure that you're opening your mouth nice and big for your May at the top, right? Good? Awesome. I love the thumbs up. Okay. So now, after we go all the way up to the top, we're going to bring it down and we're going to stay on the May. So we went May. Let's just do that part. So start from the high note and bring it down. Ready? May. Got that part too? Okay, let's put it all together, starting from the beginning. Ready? Ma May, Ma May, Ma May. Are we good? Got it? Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to take it a little bit faster now. We'll go up and up and up with this. The higher we go, the more we got to open our mouth. Make sure to get a nice big tummy breath for each one. Okay, here we go. Ma May, Ma May, Ma May. Ma May, Ma May, Ma May. Ma Could you do it? Yes? Awesome. All right, I want to hear it. Can you unmute yourself so we can try one at a time?
There.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna let Anu go first this time because Anya, did I say that right? Anya went first last time. Okay, so I'll sing it and then you sing it after me. Here we go. Ma me ma me ma. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Ma me ma me ma me. Now
Try
it's your
it.
turn.
Do good. Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Yeah, nice job. Can I have you do it one more time? Because it was almost perfect. When you get to the top, can you open your mouth more? So it's May instead of meh. Right? I really
Uh-huh.
want to hear it. And if you open your mouth, it'll just come right out. So do it
Okay.
one more time. I'll sing it and then you sing it. Ma me ma me ma me. Your turn.
Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Yeah, nice job. That sounds good. All right, Anya, you ready? Okay, I'll sing it and then you sing it. Here we go. Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Yeah, good job. Okay, I'm gonna have you try it one more time too because again, it was almost perfect. So when you get to the top, we want to be careful with our chin. If we go up like this, it tightens up all these muscles in your throat. And can you hear how my talking voice, it makes it sound squeezy, right? So it makes it harder to sing the high notes when you do that. So try to keep your good tall posture. When you get to the top, we keep that chin down right where it is, right? Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, I'm gonna do the whole thing and then let you do the whole thing. Here we go. Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Yes, you did it. Awesome. Good job. All right. Um, Anu, you can come back. Oh, yes, I need some water too. Let's take a quick little water break, and then we'll do our last warm up before we get back to our musical theater songs.
I went to get her water.
That was nice of you. Good job. That was good. Water, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Having water, how to keep our voice healthy. All right, so we're going to do one more exercise. So normally what we would do when we're warming up for our singing is that we would take those high notes up and then we take them back down. But because we only have an hour for our class today and I want to have plenty of time to sing some songs, I'm going to skip the going down and we're going to do a different exercise to go down
Okay.
right now. So go ahead and mute yourself and I'll teach you this last exercise and we'll try it together. So we're going to go ba, sorry, no, bub for this one. As we get to the top, it sounds like a ba. So it goes bub, 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 ba. So we have bub, bub, bub 4 times, and then we open our mouth for the ba at the end. So I'll sing it one more time, and then we can try it together. So it goes bub, 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 ba. Okay, you ready to try it with me? All right, here we go. Ba 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 ba. 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 One more. Ba 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 ba. Super low, way down low. All right, sounding good? Was that one easy for you guys? Cool. All right, since it's already 10:25, I want to get moving with the rest of our lesson today so we can get to some songs. So I'm going to share my screen with you again. Great job with our warm-ups. Let's see here.
Can we sit down?
Yes, you can sit down now. Thank you for reminding me. Almost forgot. All right, so we did our posture, we did our breathing, we did our vocal warm-ups. Now, Couple things that we want to think about to keep our voices healthy. These are some bad singing habits. So these are things that we do not want to do. We don't want to be yelling. We don't want to be whispering. We'll talk about that in a second. And then we don't want to do a lot of throat clearing. That's like when you go like that kind of stuff, right? So I think you already know why yelling is bad, right? When we're yelling, it puts a lot of pressure on our vocal cords and it can hurt them. Vocal cords are where our sound comes from, right? Now, whispering is tricky because some people think that, oh, if my throat hurts or I have like a hoarse voice, if I whisper, it'll be better because I'm not being loud, right? But it's actually worse because when we whisper, to make this sound, we have to make our throat get tight and we have to use our vocal cords so that they're like putting them together, but really tight so that it doesn't let the sound come through, right? So when we're whispering and when we're yelling, we're doing things that could tighten and hurt our throat. So we don't want to do that. The best thing to do is to talk in your regular speaking voice. If you have a sore throat or if you have a little bit of laryngitis and you kind of have a hoarse voice, which means that it's hard to speak, it's better just to speak softly like this, but not a whisper like that. You hear the difference between my whisper and my soft speaking? Right? So that's the best way to use your voice to keep it healthy is no whispering, no yelling. Now, throat clearing is bad because, again, that's a way that we tighten our throat. And when we clear our throat, we take our air from inside and we push it up really hard. So if these are our vocal cords, our air is going boom, and it's hitting your vocal cords really hard, right? And that's not good. It's like punching yourself inside your throat, right? Ouch, that hurts. So, yeah, we don't want to do that. So when we're singing, we want to make sure that we're keeping our throat clear by drinking water and holding a long note. That will help clear it because your vocal cords go like this and they get stuff that's on there off while you're holding a long note. So you could go me and it'll start getting all that stuff off there if you have like phlegm and yucky stuff in there. If you have to clear your throat, we want to do it very soft and lightly. It's better to do a lot of little soft ones than to do a really big one, right? So we could just go like that instead of a big one. I don't want to do a big one because it'll hurt my throat, right? Give me a thumbs up if all that makes sense. You have a question, Anu?
If we have a sore throat before we sing on stage, what we'll gargle with
Yes,
salt
that's good.
water.
Salt water, gargling salt water is really good because the salt water clears everything out. It makes
Hmm.
it so that your phlegmy stuff that's in there goes away. Makes it feel a lot better. Yeah. So we're going to talk about some good habits next. So that's it. That's a good one. And it's leading us right into the next slide. Good singing habits. So these are things that we want to do, right? We want to drink lots of water. So that was good that you guys grabbed some water. If you still have your water there, you can take another sip if you'd like to. Drinking lots of water is really, really good for our throat, and it is best if we're drinking water that's room temperature. So not super, super cold water, because think about like if you went to a pool and you jumped in the water and the water was really cold, what does your body do? It goes, right? Like, oh, so cold. And it's like shocks your body, right? So if you did that with water when you took a drink, really, really cold water, and it goes inside your body, which is really warm, it shocks your vocal cords and they go, and that's not good for your throat, right? So room temperature or warm water is the best. Yes, Anu.
We don't really have room temperature water. Wait, so it's bad to drink cold water, like even, how people drink cold water on like a cold day.
Like a hot day?
Yeah, like sorry, on a hot
Yeah,
day.
so it's not horrible to drink cold things if you're not singing, right? But like say you were going to go on stage, right? You don't want to take a sip of really cold water right before you go on stage because your vocal cords will get tight. And they'll be like, "Oh, that was too cold," and they don't like that, right? So that's why if we're going to perform, we're going to go on stage, we want to use room temperature or warm water like tea or just warm water with lemon in it or something and some honey.
Uh,
That stuff is good for your throat. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so we want to exercise regularly, right? So exercising regularly, it helps our bodies be healthy. And remember, when we sing, our body is our instrument, our whole body. So if our body is healthy, our instrument is healthy. So we want to regularly exercise, eat a well-balanced diet, because again, we want our body to be healthy. And we want to avoid caffeine. Do you guys drink caffeine, like sodas and stuff? Some kids don't.
No, we're not allowed to at this age right
That's
now.
good. Yeah, it's really good because caffeine dries us out. So if we're drinking caffeine like sodas or coffees or whatever, it takes all of the moisture out of our throat and it comes out. And if our throat's not moist and doesn't have that moisture, it makes it hurt while we sing. So we want to make sure that we're going to be singing, we have no caffeine. You guys don't have that problem right now, so that's great.
Yeah, when I don't like Coke or like, that like fizz.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll drink it, but like not all the time because like once in a while we have this tea that has caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's something to be careful of is tea as well. I forgot about that. So like iced tea or hot tea, if they're black teas, they will have caffeine in them. So we don't want to drink those before we sing. We can have those other times, but not while we're singing. We want to drink herbal teas while we're singing so that it doesn't have any caffeine in it.
That's what we drink. We
Good.
drink like
I
this
love herbal
thing
tea. It's
called
so good.
fruit tea.
What is
There's
it
this
called?
fruit tea. That's for
Fruit tea.
kids.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I have some teas that I like that have like fruit flavors in them too. I have a peach one, I have a plum one. They're so good. All right, the last one is pace yourself. So if we're practicing, like say we have a performance coming up and we really want to make sure we know our song, it's always good to practice. But if we practice too much, we can make ourselves tired, right? And if you're singing with a tired voice, then it can cause problems inside and then it'll make it harder for us to sing and it'll create some bad habits. So we want to make sure that we spread out our practice time. We take time to practice and time for rest as well, so we want to keep our voices nice and healthy. All right, we're going to move on to the next slide, which is musical theater styles. So there are lots of different musicals and so many different musicals, especially today, the newer musicals have different types of music. It's not just like, oh, here's musical theater style and that's it, right? So these are the most common styles that we hear in musical theater. We have legit, traditional, and contemporary. I'm going to tell you what each one of those is, and then we'll practice singing a song that is in each category. So the first one is legit. So legit is more of a classical style when you sing. So classical, thinking of like opera music and times from a long, long, long time ago, the kind of music that they had. So songs.
Like the 90s? Like
No,
music
way,
is.
way long time ago, like the 1600s and 1800s, like a
Oh,
long time ago. Yeah. So those styles, they would sing with a lot of vibrato, which means the wave in your voice, right? So like, you hear the in my voice, right? That's more of a classical style of singing. You wouldn't hear someone do that in pop music, right? You wouldn't hear like a song on the radio,
no.
like Ariana Grande or Katy Perry. They're not going to be like whoa in their songs, right? So that's legit singing is when we have a musical theater song that has the classical style. So songs by Rodgers and Hammerstein are examples of that. They wrote Cinderella, Oklahoma, Sound of Music, and a whole bunch of other ones. Have you heard of those musicals?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you've heard of Cinderella, right?
Yes, we've
Yeah.
watched that a couple of times.
Cool.
Actually, a
So
lot.
there's a lot of different versions of Cinderella. There's like the Disney versions, which has different music, and then there's the Rodgers and Hammerstein version, which there was a movie version of it that was put on TV a long time ago when I was a kid, and it was really good. I liked it. It had like a bunch of really famous singers in it. But anyway, so you can find that and you can watch it. I think it might be on Disney Plus. I'm not sure, but anyway. So the Rodgers and Hammerstein songs are all mostly legit music. And then Gershwin is another example. Gershwin wrote a musical called Porgy and Bess. And that's this musical that has the song that we're going to sing today, which is called Summertime. So I'm going to stop my share and we're going to practice this song together. So it's the first song on your lyric sheet. So if you have the lyric sheet that I sent you, awesome. It's the one at the top. So I'm going to sing it first for you, and you can hear what it sounds like, just this little part of the song, and then we'll practice singing it together. Okay? So let me make sure my speaker is on. There we go. All right, I'm going to take a little quick sip of water before I sing, because all this talking is making my mouth dry. Okay. So here we go. This kind of has like a really long intro before the singing starts, so I'm just gonna play it like partway through the intro, and then I'll sing it for you. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish is jumping, and the cotton is high. Okay, so that's it. That's all we're going to do today. So for you guys, because you're kids, this type of singing is not not what your voice should be doing yet, right? So when you get older and your voice develops and it gets bigger and stronger and you have more control over it, you can sing legit and classical music. But for your age, you're not supposed to use your voice that way, because doing that can cause stress and damage to your vocal cords. So what we're going to do for this song is I'm going to make it lower so it's not as high, and we'll sing it similar to the style that I just sang, but we're not going to do it exactly like that. Okay? So I was singing it up here, so way up there, right? I'm going to take it down to here. Let's see. Let's try this one. Summertime. Can you try singing just summertime? I'll sing it again in this lower key, and then you can sing it together with me, and then I'll let you sing it one at a time. Okay, so listen the first time and then sing it with me. Summertime. Sorry, I've got some phlegminess. Me water. Okay, so we've got summertime. Can you sing that with me? I'll sing it again. You sing it with me, and then I'll let you try it without me. Here we go. Summertime. Good. All right, so go ahead and unmute yourself, and let's have you sing it one at a time, just the word summertime. Okay. Anya, do you want to go first? Yeah? Okay. Here's your note. That's where we start. Go ahead and sing that.
Summertime.
Yes, nice. That sounded really good. Anu, you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, here's your note. Starting there.
Summertime.
Good, nice. Oh, I love the heart. Very nice. You guys sound great. All right, so that's really good. So what I want you to try now to make it more of a legit style, because right now the way that you guys are singing sounds like pop music to me. Summertime. Sounds like pop, right? So I want you to imagine that the sound is in your cheeks. If it's in your mouth, then it's going to have a lower placement, which is more of a pop placement. We want to feel it in our cheeks and our nose. So imagine, like use your imagination and visualize the sound coming out from your cheeks and your nose. Pretend it's not in your mouth at all. So you have summertime. Do you hear how it's more in my nose instead of in my mouth? Right? You want to try that one more time? So, Anya, will you try? Pretend it's in your nose and in your cheeks. There's your first note.
Summertime.
Yeah, good job. That sounds nice. All right, and Anu, it's your turn. So here's your note.
Summertime.
Yeah, nice. That time sounded way different than your first time, right? This time I heard more tone coming through, less air coming through. That was really nice. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. So I'm going to share my screen again so that you can see. So we just talked about legit. Now we're going to talk about traditional. Traditional is also known as a musical theater standard. So, musical theater standards are songs from the 1980s and earlier, usually. And they're sung in a traditional style, which it has a little bit of the legit singing that we just did, mixed with a little bit more of a contemporary sound, but not fully contemporary, right?
Is
So,
contemporary hip hop or like
contemporary
pop?
just means newer and more current. So it could be pop, it could be rock, it could be hip hop, it could be anything that's
Oh,
like popular now, right? Okay, so the traditional or the standard musical theater is kind of a mix between, yeah, kind of a mix between the classical and the contemporary styles. We're going to hear more belting. Do you guys know what belting is? Yes, I'm just gonna
yeah,
say
my
it.
dad tells us to do that a lot.
Oh yeah,
Belting?
okay. So I'm just gonna explain it real quick because you guys already know it. But if some of the students that didn't get to make it today, because we had a few others signed up for today that aren't here, if they want to watch it on the YouTube channel later, I want them to know what it is. So belting is when you take your chest voice and you lift it up high so that you're singing notes that are normally sung in your head voice, which is your higher voice, but you keep it in your chest voice and it makes it really strong, right? So for example, if I were to go like that, and I sing in my head voice, it goes, we'll sing na. So na, that's my head voice. But if I want to keep it in my chest voice and belt it, I would go na, right? And that's belting because we've got all that energy, all that sound staying in our chest voice, right? It's very hard to belt, and if you're not doing it right, it could hurt. So we're not going to
It's
talk
sort of
about.
like adding your color.
Yeah, it does. It has lots of color in it. That's a good way to say it. So we're not going to practice belting today because that's a whole nother, like it would take us a whole nother hour lesson to start to work on belting. So we're not going to talk about that today, but that is something that we hear a lot in the traditional and the musical theater standard music. So we have Cole Porter wrote Anything Goes and Kiss Me Kate, and those are musicals that are in this style, the traditional musical theater standards. Stein wrote Gypsy, which is another one that's a musical theater standard. We're going to sing a song from Kiss Me Kate. I'm going to stop sharing here so that we can see each other better. We're going to sing Another Opening, Another Show, which is the second one on your sheet, right? So this one is going to sound different than the first one. Yep, there it is. So I'll sing it first so you can hear it, and then we'll practice just a little bit of it. Let me find it here. I'm gonna grab another sip of water. All this talking is making me so dry. Okay, so let's see. So this one, I'm gonna play it all the way from the beginning because it doesn't have a very long intro, and I'll sing
Okay.
it for you. Do you have a question? No? Okay. Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. All right, so that's how that song goes. And you can hear in my voice, I'm not singing like this anymore, right? That's my legit sound. I have all that sound in the front of my face. It's more in the mask area here, not going all the way up to my head voice up here. You like it? Cool, I love this song. It's one of my favorites. So we have, starting here, another opening, another show. It's kind of low, so we want to make sure that we feel it here, but we're going to kind of feel it below our cheeks just a little bit because it's a lower note, right? So I'm going to sing it again. You can sing it with me. We're singing another opening, another show. Another opening, another show. Sing it with me one more time. Another opening, another show. Good, nice. Now the next part goes up a little bit higher. It goes in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. It's supposed to be Baltimore, but they want it to rhyme with show. So we say Baltimore, right? So sing it with me this time. We have in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. Good. All right. Do you want to sing that part of the song for me? So I'll give you your starting note. I'll sing it, and then you guys can try. We'll do those two lines. So Anu, will you go first since Anya went first last time? Okay. So we have another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. Try that much. Here's your note.
Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore.
Almost. So close. Your first line was perfect. Philly goes up higher. So it goes
Oh,
another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. You hear how I went from here to up here, right? So
okay.
try that again. Here's your first note. Whenever you're ready.
Another opening, another show in
Philly.
Philly, Boston, or Baltimore.
Yeah, you got it. Nice, good job. That sounded really good. So notice on our sheet that it's opening, not opening, right? Oh, I lost you. Turn your video back on so I can see you. Yeah, there we go. I was like, oh, there we
Oops.
go. When we say opening, we don't pronounce the G at the end. So it's not opening because one, that's going to stop the sound in our throat. But two, it adds another, I like all your emojis. Those are cool. Two, it also adds another syllable. We don't have enough time for that in the song, right? All right. So, Anya, you ready to try it? I'll sing it and then you sing it. Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. Your turn.
Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore.
Yeah, very nice. Your notes were perfect. Your rhythm just had a little thing that I want to fix. So we want to make sure that each line goes all the way straight through, no stopping, right? So we can't take a breath in between the lines. We have another opening, another show, all connected, right? And then the next one is in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. All of those are connected, no stopping in between. The only time you get to take your breath is after show and after Baltimore, right? Can you try that one more time, Anya? There's your first note.
Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore.
Yeah, nice. Good job. All right, that's awesome. So that's our traditional or our standard musical theater style. We have one more to try. We're going to do, let me share with you. We're going to do contemporary. Now, contemporary is hard to practice because there's so many different things that fit in contemporary. Contemporary, as we were saying before, is like current or new styles, right? So this would be from the past 10 to 20 years, would be what is contemporary, right? So we have some examples are Stephen Schwartz wrote Wicked and Pippin. We're going to sing a song from Wicked today. Pasek and Paul wrote Dear Evan Hansen and Songs for the Greatest Showman. Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote Hamilton and In the Heights. So some of those you may have heard of before. Do you guys know any of those shows that I just said?
We've watched the movie Greatest Showman.
I like that movie. It's so
I
good.
like that movie.
Yeah. So what about Wicked? Do you know that one?
No, we don't.
Oh, okay. Well, the song we're going to do today is from Wicked, so you'll learn a little bit. So, Wicked is one that's really popular. Pippin is too, but I think Wicked is more popular. Dear Evan Hansen is really popular, but probably for older kids and adults. And then Hamilton, you guys have probably heard of that one, right? Have you heard of Hamilton? Even if you haven't seen it, you've heard of it. Yeah, super famous. And then In the Heights is another one that's also really popular. So looking at these examples, most of them have a bit of like a pop style to them. Like Wicked, a lot of the music is definitely musical theater, but it feels a little poppy. But when we think about In the Heights, In the Heights has music that sounds like Latin music, like salsa, that kind of music. And then Hamilton has rapping in it, right? It's like a lot of hip hop style. So there's so many different styles of contemporary. It's hard to, in a short class like this, it's hard to practice all of them. But we're going to do a song from Wicked, which is a bit more on the pop style, right? So Wicked is the story of Elphaba, who is the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. So you guys know what the Wizard of Oz is? Yeah. So she's the Wicked Witch of the West, but she's really not that wicked. So this is the story about her and her life, and what led up to all the things that happened in the Wizard of Oz. So that's what the story is about. So the song we're singing today is when she goes to Oz and she sees like all of the town and how everything's green and it matches her, and she's like all excited because she's always felt like she
Uh-huh.
didn't fit in, right? And now
I
she's in a place
remember that
that looks like
song.
her, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna sing it for you. Again, this one has like a big intro, and it has parts before the part that we're gonna sing, so it won't start from the very beginning of the song. But I'll just play a little bit, and then I'll sing it, and then I'll let you try some of it. Let's see. All right, another sip of water just in case. All right, here we go. One short day in the Emerald City, one short day full of so much to do. Every way that you look at the city, there's something exquisite you'll want to visit before the day's through. All right, that's all that we're going to do for today. So, have you heard this song before? Is it first
Yes,
time?
yes,
Yes?
yes, yes,
Awesome.
yes.
Okay, good. So, the beginning starts with one short day in the Emerald City. Sing it with me. Ready? One short day in the Emerald City. Yeah, nice. So this has a nice bright sound. We're feeling it up in our cheeks and our nose again, but it's not an opera sound. It's not a like legit sound that we had the first time. It has musical theater elements in it, but it has a lot of pop in it too, right? All right, so let's sing that together one more time, and then I'll let you try it one at a time. So can you mute yourself for just a second?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Okay, so sing it with me one more time. One short day in the Emerald City. Yeah. Okay, so let's try it one at a time. You can unmute yourself this time. And who wants to go first?
My sister just kept on singing.
I was wondering what was going on. All right, well, I saw her hand go up first. So, Anya, you want to go first, and then Anu can go next? All right, so I'll sing it and then you sing it. Here we go. One short day in the Emerald City.
One short day in the Emerald City.
Nice, good. Just the rhythm. Your notes were right. So rhythm we have in the Emerald City. Da da da. It's fast. And then city is slow.
One short day in the Emerald City.
Yeah, good one. That sounded perfect. All right, Anu, it's your turn. I'll sing it and then you sing it. One short day in the Emerald City.
One short day in the Emerald City.
Good, nice. Can you open your mouth just a little bit more so the sound can come out? Because I can hear it and it sounds great, but I want to hear it more. So here's your note again. One, sorry, excuse me. One, start from there.
One short day in the Emerald City.
Yes, nice. Now I can really hear it. It sounds so good. Awesome. All right, so since you guys know this one already, do you think you can sing all of that, the whole thing, or do you not know all the parts? I think Anya knows. Okay, so I'll sing it one more time. I'll put the music on. I'll sing it one more time, and then I'll let you guys sing it. If you want to sing it together, you can sing it together. Yeah? Okay, so put yourself on mute. I'm going to sing it one more time, and then you guys can try. And it's okay. We didn't practice it all together, so it's okay if we make mistakes, right? All right, Adia, why don't you take your hand off of your sister's face? I don't think she likes that. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna sing it again, and then I'll let you sing it. Here we go. One short day in the Emerald City, one short day full of so much to do. Every way that you look in the city, there's something exquisite you'll want to visit before the day's through. All right, you want to try it? You guys can unmute yourself and sing it together. She's still dancing.
Okay, there it goes.
Okay, so here's your first note. One. You guys can sing it together.
One short day in the Emerald City, one short day full of so much to do. Every way that you look in the city, there's something
Exquisite
that you want
to visit.
Before the day's through.
Yeah, there it is.
There's
Nice.
something
That was good. That was really
There's
good. We
something
didn't even
exquisite.
practice that together. Awesome. All right. Well, we only have a few minutes left and we still have to learn about auditions. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to have to go through this quickly, but we'll try to get as much in as we can. All right. So musical theater auditions. These are things that you want to do if you're going to go on an audition, right? You guys know what an audition is, right? It's when you try out for a part in a play or a musical, right? Okay, so first you want to dress appropriately. That means that you're going to dress for what you're expected to do. A lot of times when you go to an audition, you have to sing, act, and dance. So you got to make sure that you're ready to dance and you're wearing something that you can dance in. But you also want to dress similar to your character that you're auditioning for. You don't want to dress exactly like them. Like if you go in there and you have the whole costume on, then it leaves no room for imagination. And the people that are casting it might already have an idea of what they want that character to look like. And if you go in there and you look way different than what their idea was, then they might not be able to envision you as that character, right? So you want to dress
We always
similar, but not exactly. Yes.
we always wear like a panda shirt or like a cute dress and then go there. We don't like wear so much stuff because it's an
Yes.
audition usually.
Yeah, and it depends because sometimes if you're going to an audition and you're just auditioning for any part, you just want to look nice, right? But if you're going to an audition and you're only auditioning for one part and you know what that character looks like and you kind of want to dress like that character a little bit. Yeah. All right, so the next one says have the right materials. We need a few things when we go to an audition. We need to have our music. A lot of times when you're auditioning for a professional theater, they want you to bring sheet music and they have an accompanist to play the piano for you, right? So you got to make sure you have your sheet music, it's in the right key, and you have it edited, cut to the parts where you want to sing. You don't just hand them the whole song, right? There might also want you to bring other things like a headshot and a resume, right? Headshot is the picture of you, and a resume tells them what shows and what things you've already done before, so what your experience is. So you need to bring those. Other materials might be dance shoes. Maybe you're going to do an audition for a show that has tap dancing. You got to bring your tap shoes, right? Or your jazz shoes or whatever. You want to be ready. So you have to bring all your materials. Do you have a question, Anu? I saw your hand go up for a second. No, you have a question, Anya? No? Okay, we'll keep going because I know we don't have too much time.
Just stretching.
Just stretching. Got it. Okay. The next one is know your character, right? So if you're going to an audition for a specific character, you got to know that character. You have to know their backstory, which means like who they are, what's happened to them before this story starts, right? So that you know what their feelings would be like, what their personality would be like, so that you can act like that character, right? So we got to know your character. That means you might need to do some research. You might want to watch the show beforehand. If it's a show that's already been done before, you know, watch it on YouTube or find it on Netflix or whatever and watch it. So you know the whole story, you know who your character is. Then you want to talk to the accompanist. So if you're going to an audition where someone's going to play the piano for you, you want them to play it the way that you're comfortable with. If you don't talk to them and you don't tell them how you want the song to be played, they might play it completely different. They might play it super fast or super slow or whatever, right? So we want to make sure that you show them the music, you tell them like, okay, this is my tempo. Nice background. So we have this is my tempo, and I'm going to start right here. There's a repeat sign right here, and then I'm going to take it to the end, right? Things like that so that the accompanist is not surprised by anything and they know how you want them to play it, and they'll do their best to play it for you. The next one is go with the flow. Things happen in auditions all the time where you might have to like wait, or maybe they're like, oh, so and so didn't show up. You're next. Go, you know. So you got to just go with the flow. Do whatever the director, the casting directors, or whoever's there tells you to do. You just got to do it and try your best and be happy and pleasant the whole time so that they see that you are ready to go, you're responsible, and you are someone that they can count on, right? The next one is be nice to everyone. You guys seem like really nice, really, really nice girls. So I don't think that's a problem. But if you go to an audition and you're not nice to someone might see that. That's like part of the casting team. And if they see that and they might think, that's not someone that I want to work with if they're not going to be nice to everyone, right? Because it's hard to work with people that aren't nice. So even if you sang amazingly, you acted amazingly, you danced amazingly, they might pick someone else over you if they saw you being not nice to someone, right? So we want to be nice to everyone. And the last one is watch and learn. So right now, as kids, usually when you go to an audition for a musical or something like at camp, there's a part for everyone. But as you start to do auditions for things that are more professional, things that maybe are on TV or on professional theater companies, they only cast people that they have parts for. So that means that not everybody gets a part. So if you go to an audition and you're watching everybody, you're watching what the other actors are doing, you're watching what the casting directors are doing, you're learning. Every audition is a learning experience and you can make your next audition better. So even if you didn't get the part, that audition could have taught you something that'll help you do better on your next audition, right? And one other thing is that if you're in a room with a lot of people that are all auditioning together, you can watch what they're doing and it might help you create more ideas for your character before it's your turn, right? So you want to watch and learn and pay attention to everyone and everything that's going on during the audition, right? All right, and now we have questions. Do you guys have any questions about anything, musical theater, auditions, singing? Any questions? 1 second, okay. What happened? There we go. Okay,
Nope,
no
I
question.
don't really have any questions.
Awesome. Well, I think you guys did an amazing job today. I'm a little sad that we didn't have more people join us, but I'm super happy that I got to work with you guys so much because you were awesome. So if you have any questions that you think of later, your parents can email me and I'll definitely happy to answer any questions. I'm doing lessons online right now, so if you want to do some singing lessons with me or join some of our group classes, the next session of group classes will start in January. So those will be coming up. We do musical theater classes, we do acting classes, lots of fun stuff that's all online. So even though you guys are way far away on the other side of the country, we can still see each other and do some classes together. All right, well, thank you guys so much. I am going to put this video up on YouTube, so in case you wanted to practice anything that we did together again, you can watch it on there. I will send your parents the link, and I will also send you the slides that you saw as I was sharing my screen with you. I'll send you those too, so that you can have those and look back at them and look at them if you have an audition coming up or whatever that you want to look at. Are you typing something for me? Okay.
So into oh yes, yes, yes.
There
I
we go.
spelled it the wrong way.
Yes, I love doing interactive classes because I like to see what you guys can do and I like to help you, right? If I can't hear you and I can't see you, then I can't help you. So That's
Okay.
all of my classes are interactive, except I do have video lessons that are on my YouTube. Obviously, those ones I can't interact with you because it's just a video, but there's lots of fun activities for you guys to do. And I also do music and drama class videos for schools. So if your school doesn't have music or drama and they want to have it, you can tell your school to call me or email me, and I can get them all set up so that you and all of your friends at school could watch my music and drama lessons online.
Okay.
All right, well, so nice to meet you girls, and I hope I will see you again soon. Have a great Saturday. Bye, guys.
Bye.